Hi, this is Rich Fisher, and I want to tell you about a brand new television show. It's called the Detroit Career Show. Now, what's it all about? Well, it's an innovative, brand new concept that brings employers and businesses together with potential employees. For businesses, it's a great way to get your message out about who you are, what you do, and to let everyone know about career opportunities that your company has available. It's a new way to bring people together that might never have had a chance to do so before. Now, we're very, very excited about the new Detroit Career Show, and we want to share that excitement with you. We have so much more that we want to tell you about, so please give us a call.
Toll free, 866-493-SHOW, or visit us at internationalcareershow.com.
Bob, Eastern Michigan University has really come on in the technological field over the past few years. Tell us exactly what you do there and how you are recruiting students to come to Eastern.
Well, I don't know if we're recruiting so much as sharing information and hoping that they come to Eastern. The College of Technology is the small school. We're known as an education institution primarily.
Sure.
And so we have programs such as technology education and design, which allows students to teach technology in high schools and junior high schools. We have some new computer engineering technology, mechanical engineering technology, electrical engineering technology programs we just brought on in the last 4 years. So some of those programs are pretty exciting to the young people today.
Now, what is a day like today at the Silver Dome, the Automation Alley? I mean, you really get a chance to set up a booth and have a lot of the young people come by and see exactly what you do and why they should go to Eastern.
Exactly. Well, you know, the nice part of it is we get to interact with people from all different parts of Michigan that are brought in and are interested in not only technology but science and education in general. So regardless if they come to the College of Technology, it's our chance to reach out and visit with them.
But you know, in the technological field these days, things are changing so dramatically, and it's got to keep folks like you constantly on your toes and changing your curriculum. I mean, I would imagine.
Yes, sir. It's a challenge to keep up. We were leaders in a field called CAD, computer-aided design, about 25 years ago, and now we're starting to look at what are the new technologies brought on board. And again, those types of things where we've merged computer engineering technology versus just computer engineering and made it more applied, so that people are ready to use that in any field of engineering process.
What are the biggest changes that you've seen in your line of work over the past even 5 years?
I think the student is a more knowledgeable student about technology in general, the use of technology. It's a part of their natural life.
Does a lot of it have to do with some of the games they play on computers at home?
Rich, I can't tell you how sophisticated young people are with regard to the manipulation of technology and doing those things without a manual.
Right, I know.
Self-learning.
I don't know, my kids they do things on a computer that I couldn't imagine me doing. You know, they teach me.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely incredible.
They're moving forward at such a pace that education is working to keep up with their appetite, if you will. And I think we're trying to do a good job of that and offering lots of different opportunities, whether it be in the web design areas or whether it be in the software programming areas. There's lots of avenues there, and it's expanding exponentially, as you well know.
Sure. What do you see down the road, 4 or 5 years? What do you see?
If I had that crystal ball,
Rich. Yeah, right, I know. We'd all be rich,
That's
wouldn't
right,
we?
That's right. It's funny that you say that. I think what I see is that young people today still need a solid education that requires logic, rational thinking, problem solving, and ready to switch degrees. You know, we used to be trained for a 30-year career. Now we train people to think differently so that they can switch and move into different careers over a 5 to 7 year period.
You know, you're absolutely right about that, because when I was going to school, you were trained for a 30-year career. You're going to do the same thing for 30 years, and in many cases, work for the same company for 30 years.
Absolutely.
That doesn't exist today.
Doesn't seem to, and I think the base, again, is that knowledge base of theory and how to apply it, because the technology, as it moves forward, being a technician allows you to run, let's say, a simple software. Understanding the theory behind it, understanding the manipulation and the movement of that is a different type of education, and then you can easily move from one area to another.
Yeah. Now, we're the Detroit Career Show, obviously. How do you go about? I don't want to use the word selling, because that's really not it. But how do you go about trying to get students to get into this technological field?
Well, it's a challenge, because everyone assumes, because we use technology every day so much in our lives, that they know it. And so they don't think there's sometimes a lot to learn, and there's so much more to learn. And so what we do is we basically start by what they know and then build on that. Kind of relate to the fact that in CAD, let's say, that is a video game design. That's the background. So if you learn the programming aspects to go over it, now you can do your own game, which motivates people. So there's different ways we speak to different students for different desires.
But obviously, also, there are opportunities career-wise. I'm even seeing commercials on TV now where you have young kids, they look like they're about 18 years old, trying to get kids to go to a trade school to learn how to develop games. I mean, it just seems like it's on and on. It just continues.
Well, you know, the beauty of it is it does continue. If it didn't continue, we wouldn't have a reason to educate the students. So I think, again, we're selling the basic product of get the skills. Don't worry about just one skill set, but get a knowledge base that allows you to be more flexible in the modern society. And we do that through, whether it's apparels, textiles, or whether it's computer engineering, they're all changing.
Yeah. Are you seeing now that many students now, as opposed to maybe going into teaching or whatever, they're kind of focusing on what you do because of the fascination they've had growing up playing all of these games?
That's a good question. I guess I don't see that. We're the small school at Eastern. There's 5 colleges within Eastern, and the College of Technology is the small school. People still are going to teach. They just may use technology in the process of teaching, and we can enable them to do that. But is there a burning passion by every person out there that uses technology? No. But there is a good 10%, 20% of those students that are looking to employ it in their future as a way of life and work every day.
How about Automation Alley here? This is really, I find to be a fascinating concept. It gets the kids and even adults a chance to come in and see what actually is being offered out there, because
exciting stuff.
You know, we hear all the time on our newscasts every day that there aren't jobs out there. The careers are going down the tubes. That's not really the case, is it?
Doesn't seem to be the case. From some of the technologies I've seen here today, there's future 3D imaging, new voice over communication process from telephony. There's so many different areas that we haven't even begun to look at and explore, that we're struggling to even educate the student about. So I think there's been lots of opportunity if you look around here today.
What about what do you tell an adult maybe in their late 30s, maybe in their 40s, that for whatever reason find themselves out of work right now and want to change careers? Are you able to service somebody like that?
Yes, sir. There's many people who have, let's say, maybe a 2-year degree education. In our college, for example, we have a thing called technology management. Maybe you have a background in heating and cooling or automotive, and you want to move forward in a company. We then take and honor the technical skill and build a business and technology understanding core with it, and you can go back into the labor force in a different role. So those things are there. Applied technology has the same offering. It's a more hands-on manufacturing-oriented process, but it's still the management of those things.
So as dire as some people might feel that they're out of work and they've got to support a family, there are career opportunities.
Correct, correct. Not only at the university level, but there are also opportunities at the community college level where there's some very specific skill sets someone might want to learn.
Isn't it? You know, there's something very personal about buying a very special piece of jewelry for that very special person.
And the buying experience at Advanced Building Jewelers in Southfield is great. More than 15 jewelers all in one spot with the finest jewelry, the best master jewelers for custom-made products, and service second to none. Advanced Building Jewelers on Greenfield in Southfield.
Your special person deserves the very best.
Come and visit Swiss Jewelers, Vartani Jewelers Incorporated, and Golden Sun Jewelry.